We're live? Oh my gosh. Hey guys, welcome to a super special episode of Brands and Empires live stream. I'm here in Times Square in Manhattan, New York, and I mean, it's absolutely crazy. You can see everything going on around me. I just finished up 2 days of training at Uninet Imaging's headquarters on Long Island, New York, and I decided to show up here in Manhattan with my brother and just spend some time. So we've been looking at the city. We got some really good ramen from Toto Ramen just up the street, and we got a couple other places we want to go. Maybe hit Canal Street and see the quality of the fake replicas. But I just wanted to go live and hang out with y'all for a little while and just see how everything's going in advance of us putting out some really shocking reviews. Behind me is behind Joey is the Naked Cowboy. Pan over to good old Naked Cowboy. The one and only. He probably wants a tip if you focus on it for too long.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers yet as far as the experience at imaging. I'm going to save that for the review video, and whether or not I've got a positive verdict. But it's been an incredible ride just coming up here, and it's been cold for the first time in a long time, and I'm super excited. So let me see if YouTube is done downloading, because I don't have access to the comments right now. I can't see anything going on. Can you see if anybody's live yet?
Yeah, a guy named Mikey said, the Naked Cowboy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It looks like he needs to shed like 2 or 3 pounds. It's pretty wild. All right, so let me try to log in here.
Mikey says, hope you're having a great time.
No, Mikey who?
Mikey Designs and Silk Screening.
Hey guys, it's good to see you. How you doing? I'm glad you guys joined in. All right, I can't remember your password though to save my life. Type it in for me. So, anyways, yeah, talk about crazy. It's not that much to get up here to New York, but once you're up here, everything is absolutely nuts, man. It's I don't think I've had a meal yet that's been under $25 just for water, an appetizer, and an entree. It's a little bit different than Florida, even when you're near like Disney and everything like that. But
Russell Burns says, hey.
Russell, good to see you, man. I think we were texting last night, so you kind of have a little bit of a heads up about my experience over at Uninet. But don't give any spoilers out. That was between you and I, and maybe a little bit of the Discord. But yeah, so if anybody has any questions of I don't know, maybe a broader nature. I know that we're talking about getting into white toner transfer for low quantity, high complexity jobs, and where we having some onlookers, yeah. But my experience with that is really, I think, going to shape. I think it's going to shape a lot of people's decision-making processes as we move into the next couple of years of apparel decorating. I think that we're on the verge of something really phenomenal. And people just aren't ready for it yet. You guys already know kind of my opinion on DTG, that in some ways it's been marketed improperly, where they're targeting people that don't have a whole lot of money, but they've got a lot of hope and they're desperate to succeed. And I think the people who've been burned and taken advantage of by marketers, not the DTG process itself. The technology is fantastic. I know I've got a lot of mixed opinions on that. But the people who've been taking advantage of unsuspecting, simple people who just want to succeed, I think they're about to have a rude awakening, because I'm working on a couple different things, not just something that might be an alternative to DTG, but an alternative to the distributor model that uses hard sales and high pressure tactics to get people into high interest leases. And I'm planning an all-out war against people like that. So we'll see. I just thought that it would be really cool to show you guys like what we're doing right here. We just got our Starbucks coffee. So does anybody have any questions? Is there anything like showing up on the chat?
Yeah.
Nothing at all? How many people are watching with us right now?
Russell said something. They're scheming back and forth into Mike.
Okay, read forth. Let me.
Goodness, how do I do that?
So you tap like the chat on the left side, scroll up, and then just like read it out to me so I can see what's going on.
Mikey says, you can tell me, Russell, I won't say anything.
That's pretty good.
He says, I'll tell you what press I'm getting. Outside that, no, I'm just chilling right now.
Okay, so we're just hanging out. So one thing that I did see, independent of anything that I've seen in white toner, was Hottronics has this press, and like I have an old school clamshell press, and it's got like a 3-digit LCD display. It's ugly. One of my two heat presses, the display like has 3 or 4 of the pips or the LCD modules just completely blown out. So I have no idea if I'm at like 230 or 330. But Hotronics has this one. It's got like a tablet on the front of it, and you can like pull a micro SD out, and you can pre-program in different settings. So like if I did a lot of plastisol transfers that had to be set for, let's say, 330 degrees for 8 seconds, I can program that in with a 1 step and a finish step. So I can do like 1, 2, 3 steps. I can have an 8-second press, and then I can follow it up with like a 30-second finish press with a Teflon sheet. And all I have to do is touch the touch screen, go to the menu, and select which one I want, and it'll preload it, set the temperature to where I want, and have the timers ready to go. So I don't have to hold all of that in my head. I can have one set for low temp polyvinyl, one for nylon vinyl, sublimation vinyl, all that stuff, and you have like a menu that you can scroll through. What's more is, even though it's like a clamshell design, it slides out on a tray. So you can pull the tray out and you can work with the entire like 16 by 20 inch area that you're going to be heat pressing onto, thread your shirt on there, lay it down, and then work with your graphics and not have your hand like touching the back of this 300-degree press. That's something that, like, being in heat press for a long time, you're always going to burn like your knuckles during like a personalization job. At some point during the night, you're going to burn your knuckles, and it's the worst because you get these blisters, and something like this completely eliminates that. So, I mean, I may or may not pony up. I think it was $2,200 or $2,500 to get that kind of press. I don't really do a whole lot when it comes to like heat transfer vinyl, but if we move in a different direction, then I might have a need for an operational press that's really accurate. And if I do, then I'm probably going to end up getting one of those presses. So, anyways, is there anything else going on in the chat? Everybody's just back and forth. Who's with us? How many people do we got watching? Normally I'm looking at the screen, so like I'll just flick my eyes up to the left and I'll be like, oh, we've got like 5 guys or 6 guys.
Rye Beats, you got
Ryan, how you doing, man?
Russell Burns, Mikey Designs, and Sebastian Bernal.
Wow, so we got the whole gang coming in. So all we need is like Sin from T-Shirt Chick, and I think we'll have the whole crew. Maybe Lewis will join us in a few minutes. But I don't know. Is it like a wide angle? Can you see like just all the characters that are coming by and passing around us? Like the Times Square craziness that's going on.
Pano.
What's that?
Give it a little pano real quick.
Do it. Go ahead. Let's turn it around. Let's show you guys what's going on. So I don't know. Tell me how the audio is. Obviously, right now it's going to be freaking ridiculous, but because of like Fire Engine 7 going through. Can you guys hear me though? Because look down. So we have our camera doing the microphone and everything like that. And my hope is that this directional shotgun mic is going to do a lot better as far as capturing audio. But if not, we can. All right, well that's all I can ask for, considering how crazy it is. Golly! Right when I'm asking for an audio check, we have like half of FD in New York just passing by us.
Yep, a little busy around these parts, aren't you?
Yeah, slightly busy. So I promised my dad, because I talked about halal guys here in Manhattan. I don't know how many times for over the last couple of years, because my wife and I came up here for a trip right before we had our little girl, and I super sold my dad on halal guys, but he hasn't been to Manhattan ever. So I'm in the position now where I've got a rental car. It's parked in New Jersey, and we're gonna go get it before I hop on the airplane. So the last thing we do before we end the night is gonna go stop by a halal guys food truck, pick up a couple different entrees, some incredibly hot squeezy bottles, and I'm gonna like wrap it up as tight as I can and take it home, because my dad will be the one meeting me at the airport in Orlando, and he'll get a chance to have some like 4-hour-old super fresh halal guys directly from Manhattan. Yeah, how often do you get that? So I'll probably do that, and maybe get a pie from one of the local pizza shops around here, because you really don't get a chance to have like brick-fired pizza with New York water, and I'm pretty excited. Oh look, we got Elsa and Anna over there. Man, we're filming all these people and we're not tipping any of them. Not one of them,
Rabid said halal guys just started opening up there where he's at.
Oh yeah, so there's a halal guys like on the north side of Orlando, but it's 40 minutes on the wrong side of where we were able to access it from. So usually we're coming from Lakeland, and it's like 45 minutes away from Disney, and we just hop off like exit 67 or whatever, and we're there at Disney Village and everything. But if you want to get to halal guys in Orlando, it's a nightmare. And I have no idea if it's the same guys or if it's like a derivative franchise. So I don't know. But I think what we're trying to do right now is pull up the chat in his YouTube app so that I can maybe like interface with you guys a little bit better. But
sorry, this T-Mobile connection's not working out too hot.
yeah, I mean I have T-Mobile too, but I don't have a busted connection, so I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, man, this has just been such a crazy trip and an eye-opener. And I've been like in my mind, I'm trying to plan out the script for debriefing everybody on the tail end of this. I know Russell has been back and forth with me just in chat as I'm learning new things and as I'm like uncovering facts about the industry, things that I didn't know. Because before I got a phone call a couple weeks ago, I'd never heard of heat transfer, not heat transfer. I'd never heard of white toner. My only experience with transfers has either been plastisol transfers on a professional level for production speed, screen printing equivalent, you know, apparel decorating, and then the other side of it was like really crummy inkjet transfers from forever. So you print it out on your inkjet printer either with dye-based sublimation or pigment inks, and you transfer it onto a shirt, and it'll crack almost immediately. It washes out after one or two washes. It's trash. It's absolute trash. But my experience with that stopped when I became aware of it back in 2011, 2012, and I never really pursued it after that. In my mind, it was pigeonholed as not being a professional decorating solution. It was really for hobbyists and housewives who maybe had a Cricut and a little bit of vinyl, and that was it. So, you know, that was, I don't want to say that I was prejudiced against it. I'm always open-minded, but my opinion towards anything related to printing your own transfers on either a laser toner jet or an inkjet is, it was just not positive whatsoever. So Joe Dovey, the CEO of Uninet, thought that he could take that on as a challenge, and he felt, you know, strongly that he could convince me otherwise. And I don't know. You'll have to wait for my verdict to find out whether or not he was successful and whether or not I'm a believer, or whether I'm about to roast the white toner industry just as hard as I roasted the DTG industry. So we will see. I don't know. We've tried so hard now for like 20 minutes to get this stupid thing going. Oh, here I am. All right, yeah. All right. All right, so let me read through this. I'm gonna do my own reading here. Let me go way back in the chat list. We've got Mikey Silk Screen Designs, the Naked Cowboy. I hope you're having a great time. I am. Hey, Russell. Doing great. What you doing in New York? You can tell me, Russell won't say anything. Got beat. All right, Rye beats. So it's 2:45. What time is it now? We're at 2:53. So these are 8-minute old messages. Let me scoot up here. Matt, what's going on? Just cruising through all this. Stahl's new press. Yeah, I think that you're referencing
Elsa?
that really sweet looking press that I just talked about. Rye's obviously in California. Okay, so I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong camera now. I don't know if the 360 Stahl's press is the right one. But the one that I was looking at, it had like a tablet on the front. So I don't know if the 360 press is something that swivels to the side or whatever, but I'll have to look at that one too. Let's see here. I like the fact that on the in the front, not the back. Do we like comedy? Oh, I'm right in the middle of a live stream. Are you scalping tickets? It's all good. He's like, see, yeah, I was impressed. I have a white toner printer. Okay, so I think I'm caught up. There's nothing fresh going on here. We've only got 4 people, maybe because it's midday on a Saturday. We don't have a whole lot of people hanging out with us. What I'll probably do is I'm gonna take some more footage and film just of the area with the A7, and then obviously this is all gonna get cut together into like a video of the trip, but I'll go live again this evening. What time is it right now? It's almost 3. I'm gonna try to go live again this evening before I hop on the plane. So somewhere between 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight, I'll get on there and I'll try to live stream for maybe an hour and a half from the airport. I have to clear TSA, so they're probably gonna cavity search me, you know, just to make sure I'm not hauling any really fun stuff back from New York. But once we clear all of that and I sit down on the terminal, I'll go live again. But all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and joining me and spending some time here. I know I didn't answer any specific questions, but nobody asked any questions. So I will see you guys a little bit later on tonight, and I'm super excited to share my experience with you guys. All right, take care. Press the X.